So a guy, right, he walks into a bar and he's like, what? Just keep that intro. Yeah, this is the wine thing I do. That's how I want to start the show.
Yeah, welcome. I'm doing this thing with wine.
You know what? I want this whole intro to run. This is the sadness that I feel. So, Dwight gets the ball. I just want to sum up to all the viewers at home who Jonathan Vilma is. This is real Dwight, like the actual guy who plays him, whatever his goddamn name is. He runs, Vilma's going to make the tackle. It's open field, one-on-one. Dwight, oh, little Vilma down, touchdown. That, my friends, is who Jonathan Vilma is. Franchise him, trade him. This is the Thunder Show. And what we're focusing on today is Virginia wines. We've got 3 Virginia Chardonnays. You know, we're spanning the globe. Like, not Marv Albert. Who's that guy on NBC, spanning the globe? Help me here, AJ. Come on. The sports... No, the sportscaster on...
Costas?
No, the NBC New York sportscaster that looks like Marv Albert. All right, we're ruining the show. Chardonnay, Virginia. We've got 3 wines here sent to us by various people. I really want to thank everybody. Mike and Melissa for Lagrange, the actual winery. I'm sorry for the Grey Ghost and the Kalina. I don't even know who sent it to us. I'm discombobulated, sad, and really, really sad on this Monday morning. But it's a Tuesday show. This is the Tuesday show, and we're going to really focus on this wine. So let's get into the first wine. You're going to love this. I have no idea how much this wine costs. This is the Godino Cellars 2005 Barrel Select Chardonnay from Virginia. And, you know, we really wanted to focus, a couple days ago, if you haven't been watching the show, I called out people asking them to send in more wines from not the big 4 that I consider in America: California, Washington State, Oregon, and New York, because of the Long Island and upstate. So some people did. We appreciate that. And we're doing a Virginia Chardonnay show that I'm really excited about. I have not had any of these 3 wines, and we're going to see what they bring in terms of thunder. Now, one thing I want to speak out in a big-time way, maybe it's because we've been posting late, all discombobulated, but I'm looking for comments. I've been seeing the comments coming down and down. Maybe I'm not asking the right questions of the day. Maybe you don't like me anymore. Traffic's up. Comments down. Interaction. You know, maybe on this day, you can see the sadness. Maybe you can hook me up with a comment. All right, let's focus on this Chardonnay. It's got some color, like all wines do. It is not blank. It is actually very light for a Chardonnay. It's almost got Sauvignon Blanc-like characteristics on the color. Let's give it a little bit of a sniff action. And the Oak Monster makes an appearance, and I have an uncanny feeling he will be making a couple of appearances. This wine is heavily oaked on the nose, but there is a little bit of an apple spice component, which I'm liking. Makes me think of October. It's been very hot in the Northeast. I mean, this feels like summer. Here we are on the cusp of October. So, you know, right?
It is October.
Oh, now it is October on this for show, right?
Today.
Is today October? Monday? October 1st? Right. Okay, this is the 2nd. And let's give it a smell. There's definitely a wood action coming on here. There's definitely a lot of oakiness coming through, hints of butter. I'm already into headache mode, which a lot of people get from the buttered oaky Chardonnays. Let's give this wine a whirl. You know, it's a Chardonnay. I mean, there's a lot of Chardonnays that taste like this in California. Thin, off-balanced, you know, apples with lots of butter and oak on them. You know, this is a pretty much standard, like Mattel Toys. Let's bang out the Barbie mold and you put it out, production. You know, what did that even mean? You know, what that basically meant, let me just tell you where I was going with that Barbie thing is, this is production Chardonnay. I mean, Eric, we could make this Chardonnay. I mean, this is just like take the grapes, put in the barrels. You know, there's nothing going on here of any kind of interest whatsoever. I'm going to score this wine 77 points. To me, this is a $6 $2 Chuck Chardonnay beats this wine kind of style. You know, it's really not inspiring in any shape or form, and it's a really tough start for Virginia. Let's go to the Grey Ghost 2005 Chardonnay, 12.6 alcohol content. This wine is $17 US. Grey Ghost, I got to give it to them. I mean, I love the name. I think we're talking like action hero here, you know, comic book action. I'm excited about that. I think that's intriguing and interesting, and I hope this wine brings a little more thunder than the last wine. We don't want Virginia to get shut out. Al Groh, former Jets coach, coaching in Virginia now, University of Virginia. Again, not going to do it for us on color in any shape or form. These are much lighter in color Chardonnays than I'm accustomed to, even out of Chablis, which tend to be a little bit more pale. Let's give it a little bit of a smell. What vintage is this? This is 2005. Okay. Very difficult to smell this wine. It's bouquet challenged. Any wine that's BC is already in trouble in the GV library. Doesn't smell very good. Boy. I don't even know what this smells like. The only thing that comes across to me a little bit is that an airport bathroom. And not in Minnesota. Just an airport bathroom kind of smell is coming through. I mean, this is really a difficult nose. Let's give it a whirl. When I tell you that I legitimately feel like I just drank water, I'm not kidding. I actually almost don't taste anything. There's a little corn on the cob action on the finish, which, by the way, I kind of like. 17 bones for this wine is scary. Let's flip the decimal point and go $1.7, $1.70, and I'm going to throw a pass on this wine at $1.70. This is not worth your time. Very light. I'm tasting absolutely nothing on this wine whatsoever. Completely disappears. Casper is not even... This is like beyond Casper. And Casper the Friendly Ghost disappears. This is like... It is the Grey Ghost, Eric. This is good work, man. I'm sorry, I'm not sharp today. This is the Grey Ghost. This wine disappears and leaves you with a gray feeling. I'm sad. I mean, this wine is way into the 60s. And we're going to go score this wine 66 points. You get 50 for being a wine. We'll give it, you know... I know, maybe we should go to the 50-point scale. Let's move on. This is really brutal. Again, if these were California Chardonnays, they would be priced at $5, $6 and would really not compete with a lot of the $5, $6 Chardonnays. These wines both taste to me like the Magnum-sized Woodbridges, Talus, you know, and even then, those wines are better. Lagrange, 2006, Fletcher's Chardonnay. This wine is non-malolactic, barrel-fermented in French oak. Got it, Eric, sorry. $23 US. And the way things have been going so far, this is going to be very interesting. However, right on color, you know, at least on the color, on the color, come on. Do I have to pour that much for you to really see it? The color is definitely much, much darker. That was a fun move. So the color's a little more golden, a little bit more what we're accustomed to. Let's give this a little bit of a smell. They wrote me a nice letter with the bottles they sent. It is smelling a little bit better, though. This has a little bit more of the classic characteristics of a Chardonnay. You know, I get a toasted bread, which makes toast. Hello. A little bit of butter. But yeah, there's that bread component that makes this toast with butter. Kind of interesting. Little hints of apple. Little pear action. So this is a much more interesting bouquet than the last wines. Give this a whirl. Alright, now we're in the game a little bit. Virginia in the house. Throw up the V. Let's not be scared. It's a much more interesting effort. It's got flavor, first of all, so that's right off the bat. Let's rank these three things in order. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright? but this is going to be a number one in the bunch. This has really polished pear flavors. It is a little over oaked. It's a hint too much wood for me, but a lot of people like this style. There's a creaminess component. There's a nice long finish. This is real wine. This is structured. I like this. Far better than the last two. Doesn't go completely Burgundian. There's definitely a little bit too much oak butter action going on in the mouthfeel, but that is a characteristic it shares with a lot of people in California. I'm liking this wine. I can see this wine really pairing well with trout, salmon. This is a good bottle of wine. I do believe it's overpriced. 23 bones. I feel like you can easily walk in and buy many California wines at $14, $15 that bring this kind of flavor and not complexity, just overall flavor component. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that the wine's a decent bottle of wine. This is an 87 plus point wine. I'm probably a little more enthusiastic, in the way I'm animating it than it actually is, but boy, in comparison to that, it's definitely the creme de la creme of this bunch. I would not pay 23 bucks for this wine. No way in heck. That being said, I would pay $14, $15, crack open some lobster, and be very happy with this bottle of wine. It's a good wine. It proves Virginia's got the guts to make good wine. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of, talent. It's a matter of the business in Virginia being strong enough where maybe they don't have to charge this kind of price point and the volume can exceed the profit. Good old economics 101 here. And if we can start seeing this kind of wine at $14, $15 from Virginia, I can start getting somewhat excited, like I am for the 08 Jets season. 87 plus, question of the day time. What is the best wine you've had outside the Big Four in America? Not made from California, New York, Washington, or Oregon. What is the best wine that you've ever consumed? Because let's be really honest amongst ourselves here. Really you, because I'm starting to fade, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, whether I like it or not.